One of the most defining moments of my childhood was when I was plucked from obscurity and put on the Sharon Osbourne show. It's like your classic Cinderella story if Cinderella were a 12-year-old boy who was just starting to have some gay thoughts. We're taking a look at this 2003 appearance, so stick around if you want to cringe through it with me and hear the background story to this highlight reel of my childhood. Hello television viewers, my name is Nick. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my channel. To the people who raised me, this event is no secret. Definitely the most attention I've ever gotten in my life. So that was quite an experience for a 12-year-old who just really got a solid grasp on his awkward phase. Like if it's a requirement for kids that age to be awkward, I was just checking all of the boxes. This was 2003. I was 12 when this all went down. In 7th grade, which I hated. Social studies? Come on. But from the time that I was 8 on, I was always making videos. I barely even need to explain the details surrounding this TV appearance because 12-year-old me does it in the clip. All I'll say is I made a short film and it was voted the winner of an America Online Scary Movie Contest. I was the youngest person to enter and I won a cool digital video camera. I have it! This is the prize that I won in that contest. It was a Panasonic, and this was like the most high-tech thing on the market at the time. Can you imagine me with this as a kid? I was like, people thought that I was professional. When I won the contest, I was in the local newspapers in Nashua, New Hampshire, and I was on the radio. I was crushing it career-wise. So at the time, Sharon Osbourne had a daytime talk show, and one of the producers of that show at Warner Brothers Studios saw a newspaper article about me winning this contest, and then called me up and flew me and my mom out to LA to appear on the show, which is how we ended up with this priceless piece of archival footage. We're about to watch the 3-minute segment, but I'm gonna break it up and fill you in on what was going on behind the scenes, behind the curtain of this artiste that you're about to see. But first, give this video a big thumbs up if you like hearing interesting stories about my life. And if you're new to my channel, please, I would love to have you click that subscribe button to get new videos from me every week. I've been doing multiple uploads a week now. So some quick context. I shared this episode with Sarah Chalk from Scrubs, Toby Keith, and Rod Stewart. I can see now that the concept behind the Sharon Osbourne show was that it was like hanging out with her in her living room because she was wearing basically no shoes. Her shtick was that she had a mixture of celebrities and normal people on the show. Like the whole school was talking about this, so lots of classes tuned in and watched it on their classroom TVs. Let's check it out.
My next guest is an award-winning filmmaker, and he's only 12 years old. Please welcome Nick DiRamio. I know I've said that wrong. Rick, get out here.
Punchline of my life now is that she did not say my name correctly. And the second time she actually calls me Rick.
I know I've said that wrong. Rick, get out here.
Distant relatives still make jokes about how Sharon Osbourne botched my introduction. Rick DiRamio. My name is pronounced DiRamio, by the way. I can see how it would be confusing on first glance. Anyway, call me what you want. When I met with her on stage right before we shot this, she was trying to get the name right. No matter how many times I said it to her though, she did not seem to really be getting it. We were in front of a studio audience too, so it's loud. And we were kind of just like, DiRamio, Nick with an N? Oh, okay, you got it, we're good. So that's the introduction we get. While she was doing this introduction, I'm standing behind one of those plywood sets and my knees are knocking. My mom was back in the dressing room and I was like, it's gonna be okay.
Rick, get out here.
We bought that shirt before I flew out there because I needed a new shirt to wear. All they said was get a solid color t-shirt. We were like, okay, solid color t-shirt. Then is it okay if it's a little too big? TV flair. I'm so glad I wasn't made to dress up like a little gentleman with a bow tie. My parents were always down to let us dress pretty comfortably, so I'm grateful for that. And besides, I wasn't on the show to talk about fashion, okay? I was there to promote my film and its recent award. Let me speak on that.
All right. Say the name again for me.
DiRamio.
DiRamio. I got it nearly right. Nearly, yeah.
I was like, nearly, yeah, but not.
So, all right, tell me about the contest that you won. It was on AOL.
It was the AOL Make Your Own Scary Movie Contest. And I entered my 3-minute film in the night. It was about an insomniac girl and her house was invaded by ghosts.
So you wrote it, filmed it, directed it?
Yeah.
Everything? Okay, who did you get to star in it?
They're my sisters, Melanie and Jill. It was going to be a few of my friends, but they backed out. So
I threw some major shade towards my friends, not only on this show, but I wove it into all of the newspaper articles that I interviewed for as well. They all backed out because, you know, we were in 6th grade. Also, a note about that plate of cookies. This was also done to promote a sense of hominess on the show, I think. When we were getting ready, the producer was like, oh, and feel free to like take a bite of the cookies or whatever. I was like, now I know you're messing with me. All the greatest Hollywood celebrities know not to be photographed eating, so.
I begged my sisters, because I'm always dragging them into my films for acting.
True.
And they kind of read the script and fell in love with it.
Not true.
So I'm glad they knew how important it was to me.
True.
How many people actually entered for this contest?
There were a little over 100, and then they narrowed out to 5 finalists, and they were put on an AOL website where you could vote and watch them.
And how many votes did you get?
There were a lot.
Hey, doesn't matter, you won.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. That's what it's about.
That makes me cringe every time because that really stumped me. I had no idea. I think I probably won with like between 5,000 and 10,000 votes, but I was terrified of saying some false number as though anyone was gonna check it. So there was just that awkward silence. Sharon handled it like a pro and got a big laugh from the audience.
Doesn't matter, you won.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. That's what it's about.
It's okay though, I know they weren't laughing at me.
That's what it's about.
The memory of that barely even keeps me awake at night.
Now, there's no blood and gore in this movie, is it?
No,
But it's scary.
yeah, it was against the rules to use blood and gore. So I tried to make fear from the suspense. So there are a few scenes where I use special effects to make that suspense.
Like the old-time horror movies, like Alfred Hitchcock used to do, because it was all about the suspense.
Exactly.
Yes, Sharon, exactly. Thank you for picking up what I'm putting down. Such an organic conversation. I mean, look at how I'm sitting. That's confidence right there. When you don't know what to do with your arms, just stack them and put them in front of you, like canoe paddles.
Do you want to set up the clip?
Yeah, this is where my sister is the insomniac girl, and when she leaves her room, there are a lot of strange things happening in the night.
I had just learned what insomnia was before writing this movie. Just kind of helped with the world building, if you will.
Let's have a look. So good.
God, looking back, I can see how proud I look at all of these moments when I talked about my sisters and when this clip played. 12-year-old me mentioned that I used some special effects to create suspense. They include knocking a stereo over, copying and pasting the words "help me," tying some string to a stack of papers, and then for like the grand finale, dousing a plastic flower in hairspray and then lighting it on fire on my sister's bureau. Please note that this was literally only like 3 months after we moved back into our house after we had a massive house fire that destroyed everything. My mom was probably not happy that we were lighting fires in the bedroom for my little projects. Social media didn't even exist at the time, so I couldn't even get like a Twitter following out of it. Put hashtag Sharon Osbourne in the comments. We can get her to see this. She can invite me on her show now, the top. I'll come talk to you, Sharon. And give this video a thumbs up so we can get her to see it. Sharon, you can get my name right. Nick DiRamio. Start practicing. Let's finish the clip so we can get some conversation topics for when I meet her again.
So is this it now? This is what you're going to do with your future?
This is definitely what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I plan to go to film school right after high school.
Well, all right. I tell you what, Steven Spielberg, look out. He's in town, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Coming up, a performance by Rod Stewart.
Woo! woo, there it was. And then from there, we immediately got in a car to the airport and flew home. You don't get another night in a hotel. This is how Hollywood moves. You're back out. And then after I was on the Sharon Osbourne show, that was like an even bigger deal than winning the camera in the first place. That was like another round of newspaper articles. Hilarious. What a once in a lifetime experience. I can't even believe it. Or maybe a twice in a lifetime experience. Hashtag Sharon Osbourne, give it a thumbs up. Honestly though, it is so cool to look back at that video because, I mean, what a memorable experience. It's so baffling to think that now, 15 years later, I'm living in Hollywood and I'm still making videos. And I've never been happier.
Well, all right.
I hope you guys enjoyed this peek back in time at 12-year-old me as a young filmmaker. Don't forget to put hashtag Sharon Osbourne in the comments and give this video a big thumbs up. We can get her to see it. Sharon, follow-up interview. All of the people who clicked like want it. If you're new to my channel, I would love to have you click that subscribe button right over here to join the Nick D crew. You get new videos from me every week. You don't want to miss the fun stuff I got coming out. So click that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.